Welcome to the podcast that helps you protect, preserve, and improve your small business capital the right way. Your host, the Funding Doctor.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Funding Doctor podcast, our first podcast in hopefully a very long series. So welcome. If you're here today, then I guess you found out about us through some emails or other information that got you here. So thanks for joining us today. We're going to give lots of great information for small business owners. And actually today we're going to talk about borrowing money the right way. But first, I want to introduce to you my co-host, Mr. Michael Hayes. Michael, how are you today?
Doing well, Tim. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Great. Michael is one of our senior advisors at Lencred. So happy to have you with me, and he'll be lending a lot of his expertise as we go through the podcast also. So let's just kick into gear here, Michael. You know, one of the things that we talk about a lot is borrowing money the right way. And a lot of small business owners either don't understand what that means or they just think it's unimportant. And Michael, I think it's been proven over and over and over again that this is a serious issue that we need to try to help people with.
It is, Tim. More than 80% of business owners utilize their own personal credit to run their businesses. And once that personal monies are gone, then they find themselves, because they haven't separated the personal and the business appropriately, they find themselves not only unable to obtain additional capital at pivotal points when it's important, such as growth, but also can kind of paralyze their current credit position and affect lots of other areas like interest rates, insurance premiums, so on.
So one of the things we always talk to our clients about are the 6 benefits of borrowing money the right way. And, you know, the first benefit of that would be being able to borrow money in a way that you have the ability to get additional capital as you want to build and grow your business. If you do it the wrong way, that can cause you big problems. And I think a lot of us here at Lencred have been small business owners in the past. And I know from a personal story that, you know, I started my own business, had all the capital I needed when I started it up. I was ready to go. I got 2 years into it. I needed more capital, and I had done exactly all the wrong things because I didn't know there was a right way. I thought I did it the right way. At least my friends told me I did it the right way. And as I went on, I ended up losing that business because I could not get capital because I'd done it the wrong way out of the box. So very important that one of the benefits you get out of doing it the right way is the ability to get additional capital as you need it. The second thing is that separation thing you talk about, Michael. You know, separating your personal and your business is very important. And if you borrow money the right way, you can't always get 100% separation from the beginning, but you certainly should be borrowing money in the way that allows that separation to begin until you get those two pieces separated.
I couldn't agree more. It was actually, you know, you mentioned many of us have our own businesses. That was one of the things that really kind of got me across the finish line was actually when I was introduced to you guys here, was learning how to use that vendor credit and set it up appropriately so that it doesn't report to your personal credit, in conjunction with some of my own personal lines and some of the business lines that I had built along the way. Really helped me straighten things out, keep it separate.
Well, and so often what happens, and this is the third benefit of doing it the right way, is if you do it right, you protect, preserve, and even enhance your personal credit while you're building your business credit. So what's happening out there in a lot of cases is as we're building that business, we're actually harming our personal credit because we're using our personal credit. We have no separation, and we really have no plan to get there. And so we're actually losing FICO scores and minimizing our credit as we go on and go through things. So certainly a benefit of borrowing it the right way is to protect and enhance your personal credit while you're starting your business. And the other piece that you just talked about is cash flow friendly, making sure you're getting cash flow friendly lines of credit. And that can mean a lot of different things, but certainly having vendor lines of credit can help you with your cash flow. Probably the best example, you know, Michael, that I might give is, you know, our company needed a phone system a few years back, and we had built our Paydex score, and we had the vendor lines of credit that were building our D&B, and at the end of it all, we were able to go get a large, costly phone system just with a signature, no social security number, strictly off of our business because we had built that. So it allowed us to keep our cash and continue to grow our business, but allowed us to get the things we needed. So cash flow friendly lines, very important. There's many cases where people just look at interest rates, and interest rates aren't always the indicator that would make you make a decision. They're certainly important, but they're not probably the most important thing that you would make a decision on. I always use the thing that I really don't know anybody I've had a conversation with that said they went out of business because their interest rates were too high.
Or they paid too much for their money. I hear that a lot too. I echo that.
They usually go out of business because of poor management or lack of available capital or lack of a marketing plan. Those are the top three reasons that the SBA would tell you that people go out of business. Yeah. Being able to minimize those interest rates, very important when you're starting a business, and there's lots of 0% money available out there.
Wow, there is.
If you know how to do it right. Again, you can minimize those expenses and help yourself get a jump start and get moving. And then, one of the sixth benefit, the last benefit would be being able to maximize your tax benefits. If you do it right, almost every single thing you're going to do here or borrow and any money you have is going to be tax deductible and allow you to maximize those tax benefits.
That even goes so far as to say make sure you got the proper entity in place to maximize those tax benefits.
Absolutely. We see lots of sole props who come through and they're going to start their business as a sole proprietor. And, for little of anything, you can set up an LLC or a corporation and you just begin to have many more tax benefits, a lot less red flags. So, again, having that proper entity is very, very important.
And a little bit of insulation between, the business owner and the business.
Absolutely.
Having that set up. Yeah, absolutely.
Very important. So, if you're working with somebody right now for your lines of credit, I hope that they're talking about these benefits to you, and I hope they're talking about separation of personal and business. And I hope that you're working with someone who's FICO Pro certified and understands credit and all those kind of things. And certainly, we're here at LendCred to help you with anything that we can help you with or answer any of your questions at any time. And further podcasts, of course, guys, Michael, all the different kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to break down each one of these six one by one and go into more depth. We're going to talk about all the different options that are out there for small business owners. Sometimes it's just a matter of, I don't know my options. I didn't know my options. A great example is I cashed in a 401k, cashed it in the wrong way, where all the taxes got taken out of it, and I had about 30 or 40% less money to use because I didn't know that I could roll my 401k over.
Right.
And use it for a new business without all that tax ramification. So we're going to talk about those and all the other options that are available to folks out there. We're going to have guests on here that talk to us about, different ways that small business owners can start, build, and grow their business to make it smart and to do it the right way.
I'm really excited to start these because I remember a speaking engagement you and I were at not so long ago when we talk about options. When you asked the big room of people how many people had a paydex score or what was their paydex score, and I'll never forget that day because we were in a bank and we were in front of a bunch of pretty prominent people. Nobody knew what a paydex score was.
It was crickets chirping, wasn't it?
It was. And the paydex score, as I've learned, has to do with that vendor credit, setting it up the right way.
And in today's world, more and more and more, banks are starting to look at the business credit and those kind of scores and making decisions on lines of credit for your business. So it's becoming more and more important that everyone has those, understands how they work, and, of course, get them the right way. So thanks for joining our podcast today. We'll have these every week, and we look forward to talking to you then. So have a great day, have a great business week, and we'll see you next week.